Well, g'day, Flatties and reality defenders. This is the legendary Critical Think from Down Under. Thank you very much, thank you. And today, whoa, it's day 13 of the 3 or maybe even 6 Bitcoin challenge. Well, we're nearly there, folks. Just one more day to go after this, and then we've got to do the question mark thing. And let's hear what Dave's got to say today.
I offer 3 Bitcoins for 1 gold proof. I just tell people, get my app, watch the daily video that comes out every day for 2 weeks. At the end of that 2 weeks, send me 1 globe proof, and you win 3 Bitcoins.
Wow. Well, it's day 13, and today's featured video is Flat Earth is Reality. That's this video. It's a special video just for the app, and it's unlisted, so in order to see this you have to have the app, more or less. So it's a little bit of an interesting one today. I hope you'll enjoy it. Before we go on, we'll do the housekeeping, so don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget the GoFundMe in the description, and the link to the final experiments is in there too. Right, okay. This lady, common sense plus basic math tells you the Earth doesn't move. Well, common sense, it's subjective. But you need to, if you use your common sense and take notice of all the clever people in the world that have done the science, then you know that the Earth moves. I'm not sure what the basic math has to do with it. Let's hear what she has to say.
The math isn't mathing, NASA. Let's run through some basic math and prove NASA wrong.
Oh, we're going to do basic math and prove NASA wrong. Right, let's go with a bit of a prediction here. That all the scientists and engineers in NASA cannot do math, but this flat earther seems to think they can do math better, and therefore NASA lies. Right, let's go.
First off, though, I just want to point out, go watch any video of the ISS or anything like that. You cannot see the Earth move at all. The official...
What? A video from the ISS or whatever. You cannot see the Earth move. Of course you can't, you silly person. Of course you can't see it move. The ISS is travelling at what? 17,500 miles an hour? And what, the Earth's travelling at, all right, let's just say it is 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. Which one is moving faster? And since the Earth is rotating at 1 revolution per day, even if you were stationary in geostationary orbit rather than going at 17,500 miles an hour, would you see the Earth being rotated? I don't think so. Why don't you try it? Stand out in the street and rotate yourself at 1 revolution per day, and then you can ask everybody that goes past. Can you see me rotating? Can you see me rotating? I'm going very fast. 1 rotation per day. Right, sure. That's silly.
The narrative is that the Earth spins at 1,000 miles per hour at the equator.
She's using ChatGPT. This is a very good example of you should never allow flat earthers to use ChatGPT. It's like letting a small child play with an electric chainsaw. They might actually do some damage, not only to themselves but to the surroundings. So what do we got here? You can't see the question. When you're talking to ChatGPT, the question is very important. You have to understand ChatGPT to be able to ask it questions. And in this case, I think that she's primed ChatGPT. I cannot see the question because I don't know. But she's already told ChatGPT to use 24 hours for the Earth rotation, and probably told ChatGPT to use 1,000 miles per hour. So ChatGPT correctly responds. Normally ChatGPT doesn't correct the inquisitor. But so the Earth spins at roughly 1,000 miles per hour. Now the roughly is very important. Okay? And then we'll see what happens next here.
The Earth's circumference at the equator is approximately 24,901 miles. We get 24 hours in a day by dividing the circumference by the rotation speed. So 24,901 divided by 1,000 somehow gives us 24 hours. No, this gives us almost 25 hours. Following the official narrative.
So she's calling this what ChatGPT gives you. She's calling that the official narrative. I don't know, official how? This is AI is just gathering information and also tailoring it to the question. Now, the question, she probably gave ChatGPT the 1,000 mile an hour, and ChatGPT just makes a rough calculation, right? There's nothing accurate about it. It's not 1,000 miles an hour, right? It's a little bit different. So this is just an approximation. And then now she doesn't understand approximation. She's going to say that, oh, look, that divides out to be 25 or something. Therefore, NASA lies. The Earth must be flat. So I asked ChatGPT about the tangential velocity of the Earth's equator at sea level. And ChatGPT gave me a little bit more of an accurate calculation because of the way I phrased the question. And so the conclusion is the tangential velocity of a point at the equator at sea level is about 465 metres a second, or 1674 kilometres per hour, or 1,040 miles per hour. So while it might be approximately 1,000 miles per hour, approximately is not the same as exactly. And 1,040 is a closer figure. And actually, I'm very surprised ChatGPT got this pretty much correct. It agrees with my calculations. And if you just Google, for instance, you will likely get the wrong answer. So this here wrong answer, 1,037 miles an hour, is because the Earth rotates once in less than 24 hours. So you need to calculate using a sidereal day. So even if you use 1,037, you'd still get closer to 24 hours. What's she got to say now?
Narratives math, we would have an extra 328 hours per year. Okay, let's check.
So, because she used an approximate figure for the 1,000 miles an hour, approximate figure, guess what? Her math is out and she ends up with an approximate answer. Oh, no surprise there. So there, because she can't do math, apparently NASA lies. Anyway, let's go on to the next one.
The exact speed that we go around the Earth is such a convenient number, 66,615 miles per hour. The distance we orbit is 584 million miles. Divided by 66,615, you get 8,766.79427, which equals 365.2830.
Okay. So the problem here is she doesn't understand precision. Again, using approximate numbers and then calculating it out to too many significant digits because they're insignificant, some of those digits. And she's got an answer, 365.28, which she's going to say is a little bit too big. It is a little bit too big. But it's because she's only using 3 digits precision and then trying to say that the precision's wrong after that. So it's just not understanding maths, not understanding how to do precision. And let's go on.
94. So we have 365 days in a year plus this number. They try to explain away the excess with leap years, but times that number by 4 and you don't even get 1 day. You still have excess. You don't have to be a math whiz to realize that they're lying. All of this.
They're not lying. You're just not doing it properly. Oh, yeah. I really don't know what to say. This is so stupid. I really don't have anything I can come back with. This is far too stupid for me to comment on. If you want that kind of precision, you've got to start with that kind of precision. Anyway, the most accurate measurement we've got would be the time it takes to do one orbit of the sun, because time is our most accurate measurement. So the 365.25 whatever decimal digits after that years is probably one of the most accurate figures we've got, and then you can work the other ones out from that. It doesn't work the other way around.
This is made up. It's man-made. There's no...
No, it's not. That's just stupid, just because you can't do math. Dear oh dear.
Observing this over and over. It's all a lie. NASA lies.
No, they don't.
Good morning.
For some reason or other, this guy creeps me out a little bit. But anyway, let's hear what he's got to say.
Morning. Aloha from Florida. So I had the typical question that, is the Earth the only one that's flat? Everything else in the sky is round. Is the Earth the only one?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Funny.
The Earth is not a planet. The Earth is not in space. The Earth is the ground floor. Everything
You don't know that. You just make that stuff up. Science says otherwise.
we see up there in the sky are making perfect repeating cycles around our magnetic center over our flat and stationary surface. That is
That the Earth is not flat and not stationary. My measurements have confirmed that, and thousands of other scientists' measurements. It's a well-known fact. The Earth is a globe and rotating.
observable, objective reality. This is the
No.
same ancients figured out and knew for thousands of years. His other point was the shadows and the eclipses, those are round. That's right. And those eclipses happen in perfect...
Hang on, why are the shadows round? Like when the Earth's shadow is on the moon, why is it round? I didn't hear the answer to that. Did anyone else hear the answer to that? Why won't you give me an answer to that one? Why is it round? Huh? It's not because the Earth is round, is it?
repeating cycles. There's a book called Canon of Eclipses. The original one that I'm talking about is written in the 1880s. And
Right. Here is another stolen concept, right? He's trying to tell the narrative that the ancients knew everything happened in cycles and everything is repeating cycles. And then there's this book that gives the predictions for years and years. And then he's trying to make you believe that this is because of cycles and nothing else. But anyway, of course I did research on this book. Guess what we find? Here, this guy that wrote the book, he said if there was no eclipse catalogues available, he would make one. And he was an astronomer, and he got all these calculations he was doing from the orbits of the principal bodies in the solar system. He did orbits, calculations, right? That was how he was able to get this data to be accurate for the past and the future, because he did calculations based on the heliocentric model. The systematic character of Hansen's methods carried celestial mechanics to a new level of power and precision. So it wasn't based on cycles, observations and ancient cycles. It was based on celestial mechanics. In other words, all that in 1880 was based on the globe, the heliocentric model. And now this guy is trying to steal it and say it's flat earth stuff. No, it's not. Right? You cannot reference this book and say the earth is flat. This book has been compiled using the heliocentric model with orbits and everything. Calculations, not observations. Nothing to do with flat Earth, all to do with the globe. Now, how much are we going to take notice of you? Not much at all. Might speed you up a little bit.
Patterns, or the perfect repeating cycles of all the eclipses for 8,000 solar eclipses and 5,000 lunar eclipses, still another 100 years into the future from where we are now. You can go to Amazon today and type in canon of eclipses, and you can see some modern books still with another 500 or 1,000 years into the future of the eclipses of when they will happen.
Globe.
Ultimately, all the heavenly luminaries are a mystery of what they are and how they work, but their patterns have been recorded from ancient times. The same ancient people who built amazing structures.
This is not based on patterns from ancient times. It's based on calculations from orbital mechanics.
Everywhere, huge, giant structures with giant doors, 2 or 3 levels deep down into the cold, hard Earth that are in perfect alignment to the solstices, still aligning today because the sky moves over us and the Earth doesn't move at all.
Because they calculated it out using the heliocentric model. Bah.
These people figured out the eclipses thousands of years ago, and you can still predict them with perfect repeating cycles now. It's really not.
You can only predict them using globe maths, not flat Earth.
Recorded pattern of the eclipses. So what's causing them? Why are there round lines on the sun? It's not the moon, because during a solar eclipse, you cannot see the moon at all. You would see a silhouette. If the moon was a rock, if the moon was a solid object, you would see a silhouette of it approaching, during, and
No, you would not. Who told you that? Why are you spreading false information? No, you would not see the silhouette of the moon until it crossed in front of the sun.
departing identify the moon approaching, during, or departing an eclipse. So are they nodes? Is it Rahu and Ketu from the Vedic cosmology? Maybe. How they happen? I don't know, but they happen regularly like clockwork. The Salinellan eclipse, the impossible eclipse for the moon, happens when the sun and moon...
It's not an impossible eclipse. Dear oh dear. There's complete lack of any knowledge of celestial science. And, of course, it's a rare occasion that the sun and the moon are both above the horizon at the same time. But it can happen due to a small amount of refraction especially at the horizon.
Are still... So it can't possibly be the shadow of the Earth if you can still see both of them up there in the sky. So the eclipses, the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipses, have been well documented and recorded for history and predicted into the future because they have...
Predicted by the globe model.
Perfect repeating patterns or cycles over...
Not because of perfect repeating patterns. They do have repeating patterns, but the accurate predictions are done because they've done the calculations.
Around our magnetic center. Observable objective reality is flat and stationary.
No, it's not. No, observable, you can look, it might look flat to you, but observable reality means like exactly that. Oh, it looks flat to me. But objective reality is the Earth is curved. It's big. That's why you don't notice the curve, right? You're standing on it, but you won't notice it standing there unless you sort of look out the ocean and see that there's a horizon. How can the horizon form? Only because of curvature.
Our documentary, The Mechanical Realm, by Vika Drazev, about the Antikythera mechanism and the perfect repeating cycles of everything in the sky over us. Also, go check out his other documentary called Flatten the Curve, with commercial and military pilots proving the Earth is flat with real-world applications.
I doubt that very much, that commercial and military pilots who know that the Earth is a globe, I doubt very much that they are proving the Earth is flat. More like some imposter charlatans, probably.
Have a great day. God bless.
Oh, look at that. A TikTok video by Joe Hanvey. This is the guy that shines a torch on an upturned salad bowl and calls it a 24-hour sun. Okay, well, this'll be interesting. Now, let's see what this is. Mount Rainier's shadow explained because of sunsets over flat Earth. Now, look, that doesn't really make much sense because it should say Mount Rainier's shadows explained using sunsets over flat Earth, or I'm not quite sure. The wording's a bit funny. But anyway, let's see what we got here. All right, it's got music. I'm going to have to turn off the music. Now, there's not much explanation here. So I've watched it a couple of times and tried to work out what's going on. Mount Rainier shadow explained because of sunsets over flat Earth. Now, this is one of the craziest experiments I've seen. And because there's no explanation, again, flat earthers rely on you to read their minds and just infer that it means that the earth is flat, because everything they do means the earth is flat. There's no explanation required. But I'm a little bit of an inquisitive soul. I like to know how things work, and I like a bit of explanation, but I'm not getting it here. So there is a little bit of talking, but you can't hear it because of the annoying music. So I'll have to explain how it is, how it works. So he's got this laser and a camera and a couple of nets. I think the nets are supposed to represent, one's the ground and one's the clouds. So they see the laser seems to be shining on top. It seems to be shining over the top of the net, although it's a little bit difficult to tell. And so he's strapped a bubble level to the top of the laser by the looks of that. Now, here's my problem with this. Has that been calibrated? I bet you it has not been calibrated. So how do we know that when that indicates level, that the laser is actually level? We don't, right? There's no information. It's just a bubble level on top of a laser, right? And then it's got a camera. He says the camera is pointing to the vanishing point. So it's in between, the camera is in between the two meshes, and it looks like the laser pointer is pointing over the top. There's not really much explanation in the voiceover, little voiceover. So now what happens is that he's going to move that, whatever it is behind there, he's going to move that backwards, and then that's going to make the laser beam appear to go down in relation to the nets. Now, I have a problem with this. I have a big problem. Right? How does the laser appear to go down? Right? If it's level, if it really is level, we don't know because it wasn't calibrated, then the nets can't be level. Because the laser starts above camera eye level and goes to below camera eye level by the looks of that. Or he's fiddled with the camera eye level, but none of this makes sense. And nothing is measured. There's no levels on the nets or anything. So it's an interesting experiment, but it's a pretty useless one because there's no detailed explanation of the setup. So then this is supposed to represent the sun going down, I think. But the problem with the flat earth is how does the sun get down there? On the flat earth, the sun is above the clouds. So he's pushing the screen or whatever he's got there behind there, pushing it forward, and the laser pointer gets higher. It's all a trick. It's all a camera angle trick. I'd like to set this up properly. It'd be interesting to know how to duplicate this, how to fake it like that. So in the flat earth, the sun goes far away. This one here is just a few feet. I think I would suggest that on the flat earth, the sun should go further than a few feet. And so I doubt that this particular experiment is to scale either. And like I said, I think it's faked using angles of the clouds and whatever. And maybe someone will try to duplicate it and work out what's he really doing here. So you'll see here that the sun, what he's going to call the sun, is above the clouds. So if it's above the clouds there, how does it get below the clouds? They will try to tell you that that's perspective, but that's really a camera trick, that one. And he's got a light below the cloud. Here's the problem, you see. The flat earth sun can never be below the cloud, but he's saying that's a flat earth sun, but it's below the cloud. Of course, the light can shine up and create a shadow, but that's the globe does that, right? You can't steal that the sun is below the clouds. You can't steal that and then call it flat earth, all right? The main problem for the Mount Rainier shadow is how does the sun get below the cloud? Not I can simulate this by putting a sun below the cloud and shining a light upwards. No. That's not how you simulate it. You have to explain how the sun gets there. And it's only the globe has that explanation, not the flat earth. I got to turn the sound on for this one.
A group of engineering students from the USC Viterbi School of Engineering.
This is Taboo Conspiracy.
Corporate sponsors, including
He's talking
Boeing
about
and
a
SpaceX.
rocket launch.
These students broke the amateur international rocket altitude record with their rocket named Aftershock 2, going higher than any non-governmental and non-commercial group has ever flown before, at an alleged altitude of 470,000 feet. Kudos to them. It's an amazing achievement. But as you would expect, all the press release articles regarding the USC event, steals like this one, that for some strange reason are always used to fake a supposed Earth curvature.
Now that's backwards again. So I've not seen globe people use a fisheye lens to fake curvature. But I have seen many instances of flat earthers claiming that globe people are faking curvature. As soon as they see a fisheye lens, they will say, "Oh, look, you're faking the curvature," when there's no claim of curvature. It happened to me, for example, on my video out the window of the airplane on the final experiment flights. Then I had a fisheye lens because that was just the camera I bought. I was making no claim about curvature. A fisheye lens will show fake curvature, I know that. But I made no claim. But some flattie comes to my channel and says, "Oh, fake, you're using a fisheye lens to fake curvature." No, there was nothing about faking curvature. So this statement that globers use fisheye lens to fake curvature, in my understanding, this is false. It's the flat earthers who use fisheye lens to fake flatness. And I've got the receipts. I've got the proof of that. So you'll see that here. You'll see that here. Let's just hear what he's got to say.
Yeah, at all. Although the video was filmed with a fisheye lens, which globe proponents will always falsely claim is the curvature of the Earth.
No.
But if we pause video here, the straight rope tells us that the middle of the opening closely indicates our reality. And what does the horizon look like at 470,000 feet?
I think the field of view there is a little bit small to make a conclusion about that, right? So it's a nothing burger, that. But let's carry on.
That's right.
That stuff is flat.
Because, see, that was a fisheye lens. So I will not use a fisheye lens to say, is it curvature or not curvature? It's too difficult. But no worries. No problem. Facts are never relevant in flat Earth. So that guy that was just speaking, Taboo Conspiracy, has as a thumbnail on many of his videos a picture featuring a fisheye lens. It just so happens that the horizon is below centerline. With a fisheye lens, that means that the curved horizon will appear flat. Now, you'll see this horizon clearly below the centerline. This antenna thing here is curved, as you would expect with a fisheye lens. And so Taboo Conspiracy is using this, a fisheye lens captured picture, as evidence that the Earth is flat. So he was accusing Globers of using a fisheye lens to prove curvature, which we never do that. But he's using, this is a classic case of projection. Well, I can use a fisheye lens to prove that the Earth is flat. Why? I guess the Globers must be doing the same thing. Because he knows the trick, because he uses it himself. And how do I know that this is a fisheye lens? You might ask that question. So here we go. I know that this picture on the left is from Taboo Conspiracy's thumbnail. The picture on the right is a copy, probably an illegal copy of the little piggy high-altitude balloon flight. And as you can see, these two pictures are identical. So Taboo Conspiracy has taken a frame from the little piggy cam high-altitude balloon flight. Okay, so far so good. But how do we know that's a fisheye lens? Well, I've already told you a couple of clues there. The flat horizon below centerline and the curved antenna. But how do we really know it's a fisheye lens? That would be because of this clip. This clip of just about when the balloon bursts. Here we go. So this is, oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. It's curved. Oh no, it's not. It's concave. No, oh, no, it's flat. Oh, it's curved. Oh, wait. Okay, that's enough of that. So Taboo Conspiracy is being incredibly hypocritical here. He accuses Globers of using fisheye lens to prove curvature when really he's the one that's using the fisheye lens. He uses it in many times. I don't know how he can get away with this intellectual dishonesty. But there you go. You've got to have intellectual dishonesty to support the flat Earth. So there's the summary for today's video. Quick summary. I can't do math, therefore NASA lies. The heliocentric model predicts eclipses perfectly, so let's lie and steal that for the flat Earth. Proving flat Earth using a sun that is impossibly below the clouds. Can't happen on a flat Earth. And fisheye lens falsehoods. So that's great. That's it for today. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow.